as usual in net for the Hawks. Starting lineup for the Hawks on the first line tonight: Clayton Audette, Alex Lee, and Brandon Mitchell. Your defensive pair is the two seniors, Eric Edwards and Steve Dumont. Ben Maxoud is also with me. Ben, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to another tough physical game. The past 3 times these teams have played, it's always been a battle throughout the first 2 periods. It's always been very hard-hitting, physical, and tough, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, with that said, Ben, we're underway. Now, Hawks already providing pressure. Audette fires a shot, blocked off out in front, but nearly knocked aside by Mitchell. Alex Lee, he works on Michael Macera. He gets it over to Mitchell now. Mitchell. Hawks dangerous out in front now, it seems. Now here come the Sentinels. Edwards tries poking it away. He's going to have an opportunity to send it back. Lee sends it forward to Audette, who kicks it towards himself. Audette, he's going to go into the corner. He's battling with David Goulian, the senior defenseman. Coming up with it now is Brian Green. Shot fired, but nowhere to go as Dumont ripped a one-timer. Lee got tripped behind the net, no call. Gogelson's going to send it off the roof, and we'll have a whistle.
Now the Hawks starting to exert themselves a little bit in the offensive zone. Like in the Cranston game, they haven't been allowing many shots on their own net. Matt Keneally, he hasn't really gotten the night off per se, but he's been able to make some big saves, but his team's really been controlling play and not really allowing the Sentinels any major chances. And that's something considering that the Sentinels had a power play.
Dolan rips a shot but goes wide of Carlton. Como comes up with it and sticks it back in. Kramer behind the net leaves it for Miller. Hopgood's going to recover it though. Hopgood out to Como. One-timer goes off the skates and into the roof. That one going off the skates of Andrew Souza, the senior. We have 5 minutes to go here at Thayer Arena in the first period. Hawks lead 1-0 after a Ryan King goal, which was assisted by Pat Flanagan. Kramer can't come up with it, and here come the Sentinels. Great opportunity, one-on-one, but Como gets there, and Dolan moves over with great stick footwork there by Bryce Dolan to turn. Hopgood tries getting it forward, avoiding the offsides, and they're going to go for a change. Kramer and Hopgood off, Waterman and Millens in. And a big hit provided as Sam Millens takes a big fall to the ice. Como all the way up to Waterman. Waterman's shot blocked off by Carlton. King's second opportunity goes wide. Waterman with another opportunity can't send it home. Waterman, great move. He gets pushed from behind and falls to the ice. Millen's battling in the corner now. Waterman comes up with it though. Waterman skates, tries firing a shot but gets blocked off. Chipped all the way up, and they'll be coming back the other way for an icing. And again, as we said before, just about 10 minutes, you can tune in the Hawks Sports Network 2, where you hear Jonathan Feeney and the Hawks basketball team as they take on the St. Raphael Academy Rams. Should be a great game, and it should be a great game to watch the game right before arguably one of the biggest games of the season against Barrington. Big hit provided by Tim Poulin, and Matt Ricard is there to get it over to Brandon Mitchell. Sent all the way down, and recovering it is Goulian. Audette works on him. No one there, but bounces to a Sentinel and able to get it out. Chipped forward, but blocked off on the skates of Matt Ricard, and Poulin sends it all the way down and for an icing.
The Hawks once again preventing any real Sentinel chances. There's a little bit of extracurriculars going on there in front of the benches between a Hawk and a Sentinel, but the coaches quickly had both players go to the bench, preventing any real trouble there.
If you're just joining us now, Ryan King has given the Hawks a 1-0 advantage off the Pat Flanagan assist, and that's how it stands. 3 minutes to go in the first period, just underway at Thayer. Riley Miller now spins as Eric Edwards is cutting to the front of the net. Deflected off, Dumont keeps it in with his skate, and Riley Miller is going to have an opportunity. Miller turns, fires a shot, but goes high. Dumont now is going to rip a shot, blocked off in front. Kramer comes up with it, blocked out in front. Now behind the back of the net as Riley Miller can't find it. Andrew Hopgood with a nifty move to come up with the puck. that was Kramer right out in front, couldn't send it home. Dumont's going to chip it forward, keeping the offensive zone right out in front. Kramer shoots, blocked off by Carlton.
Great save there by Carlton. Pat Kramer's been on fire as of late, but Carlton was able to keep this from becoming a 2-0 game here with 2:16 left in the first.
A little extra activity there from Riley Miller, the junior of Hendricken, and Michael Maceras. They bumped on the way on and off the ice. But Pat Kramer was point blank on the Carlton, and Carlton just made a great save. Audette, that was King, wins the face-off there and whipped all the way around. Dolan nearly comes up with it, and a one-on-one opportunity. Como's going to get back on D. Great way to use the body and knock it off, and knock number 14, James Vernon, off his skates.
Nice physical play there, preventing a possible scoring opportunity there from the Sentinels.
Great opportunity out in front, but not able to handle it was Macera. Millen's now working. He tries going around the net. Dolan all the way behind the net is there. Gets tangled up as he loses his stick. Waterman trying to get something going. Couldn't do it though. Edwards is going to have to get back to play D, and that's going to go all the way down. And Edwards is going to avoid the icing and take it. Off the wall to Dumont. Dumont's going to send it forward to Hopgood, who chips it forward to Riley Miller. Miller gets in the offensive zone. Hopgood comes up with it, rips a shot, but blocked off by Carlton. Hopgood again comes up with it. Chipped out and forward as we got 1 minute to go in the first period. That one goes out of play, and we'll have a stoppage of play with 55 seconds remaining in the first period. Hawks up 1-0 after a Ryan King goal.
Well, it's been a tough physical first period. Both teams have played pretty well so far. The Hawks really not allowing any offensive play from the Sentinels. And the Sentinels really being able to take away some good scoring chances for the Hawks.
Chipped out in front. Patrick Kramer can't come up with it, but Riley Miller sends it all the way in. Hopgood gets it in the opposite corner. Hopgood falls to the ice, puck back to Miller. Excuse me, that's Kramer. Kramer weaving, leaves it for Edwards. He's going to wait and let Hopgood try to give it a shot. He's got 30 seconds to do it. Edwards, one-timer, out in front of Carlton, and he sticks it away.
Juicy rebound there for the Hawks. Carlton was able to make a play before the Hawks did.
And we got a whistle as Riley Miller was offsides. That puck did come out of the offensive zone. With 13 seconds left. Be a face-off to Matt Keneally's left. Hasn't seen a lot of shots tonight, but he's made all the saves that he's been tested by. Hawks come up with it, and coming around the net was Dolan. Now Audette's going to take it now all the way over. 5 seconds left. Dolan looking to hold, just sends it off the boards, and the whistle blows, and that will end the first period. Hawks up 1-0. Ryan King, the difference in this game.
Well, Ryan King has been the difference. His goal, obviously, putting the Hawks up 1-0. The assist from Pat Flanagan. So far, if I could imagine what the two coaches are telling each other, Coach Kramer's probably telling the Hawks, you guys are playing pretty well right now. We just need to be able to make good on our opportunities. I mean, there was, as you saw there right before the end of the period, there was a juicy rebound right in front of the net that the Hawks almost put in to make it 2-0. They've had a couple more plays like that, so the Hawks need to capitalize on those and kind of punch it in, and they can increase their lead even more. For Smithfield, I'm imagining they're being told right now, you're playing pretty well right now. You're down 1, but you've been playing some good defense. All they need right now is some offense. They really haven't been able to generate many shots on goal. They really haven't had a lot of time in the Hawks' offensive zone. In the Hawks zone, that is. So I'd imagine the Sentinels come out a little fired up, especially on offense, and the Hawks to try to make sure that they score when they have the opportunity. So they haven't they were able to score on the king goal, but they haven't really been able to finish it when it comes to in front of the net.
If you're in the situation of Coach Rob Jackson for the Sentinels, what do you tell your team? I mean, this has happened 3 times so far this year. You don't want to make it 4. The next time you'll possibly see these guys is in the postseason where you guys met last year.
Well, like I said, I imagine you said, don't tense up. You guys are playing, you're playing pretty good right now. You just really haven't been able to get a lot of chances. So if you could just be able to get some chances on this, you could, in theory, be able to put up a fight against the Hawks, which in the previous 3 matchups they've done, but they've fallen apart in the 3rd period.
Back here in the 2nd period at Thayer Arena, Hawks and Sentinels, and a big hit applied there by number 12 for the Sentinels, David Goulian. Applying pressure is Alex Leet, this senior, and Como comes up with it. He takes a big hit as Michael Massera applied it there. Mitchell out in the open space. Dolan couldn't get the puck on his stick to rip a shot. Audette comes up with it. Cutting through was Ryan King. And a helmet comes off as Clayton Audette fell on top of his man. Michael Massera had the loose headgear there.
A little bit of pushing and shoving again. Referees making sure that that's quickly ended. But the Hawks once again applying pressure to the Sentinels in the offensive zone. A big hit there, so the Sentinels they're trying to be aggressive and physical to sort of break up this potent Hawks attack.
It looks like the officials sent both lines for the Hawks and Sentinels off the ice to ease the tension. Loose puck is gathered by the Sentinels as Poulin keeps it in and fires it right back into the Hawks zone. Waterman with it now. Millens now behind Carlton. Now here come the Sentinels. They are moving quick as Poulin pokes it away. Great opportunity now. Rips a shot and Keneally blocks it away with the right pad. Brian Green, the defenseman, had a great opportunity there, but Keneally blocks it with the right pad. Waterman chips it forward, but unable to keep it out of the zone. He does a second time and makes good on it. Poulin rips it around. No one there for the Hawks, though. Shot ripped and now blocked off by Keneally. Keneally really seeing a lot more pressure than what he's seen in the 1st period. So we got a whistle here as the puck went out of play.
Smithfield's coming out with a fire lit under them. We've seen them in the previous 3 games put up a fight early, but they've fallen apart down the stretch. So I think that's certainly not something they want to happen. In all likelihood, these 2 teams will face off in the playoffs. So Smithfield, they could get a win here. That'd be a huge momentum and confidence booster heading into the playoffs.
Here come the Hawks now as dumped in for Riley Miller. He can't hold on to it though. And a big hit applied by Pat Kramer. Out of the offensive zone and into safekeeping to Eric Edwards, who rips it back in. Kramer applying pressure. Dumont keeps it in the offensive zone, fires it out in front, but no one there. Miller now in the corner, waits, finds Kramer, blocked off in front by Carlton, and Goulian comes up with it. Edwards again comes up with it in the neutral zone, and he throws it back in, and a change for the Hawks. Goulian couldn't find out where the puck is, but chips it forward. Now down to the offensive zone. Yet Edwards skates forward and throws it in, and Carlton's going to have to get on top of it.
Once again, the Hawks getting some good shots on net, but Carlton's been able to make some pretty big stops. Like, his name escapes me right now, but the Cranston West goalie last week, he was able Darren DeAngelis. He was able to keep Cranston West within striking distance for a decent part of the game. He made 37 saves. So he certainly knows what he's doing back there.
And Here come the Sentinels now across all the way down. Nobody there though as Brandon Mitchell comes up with it. He's going to wait and find Como. Como is going to send it all the way down. It's chipped forward by King. Still not in the offensive zone. Now all the way down. D as Como goes to Dolan. Dolan comes forward, fires a shot right out in front, but no one there to get the juicy rebound. Going all the way down. Como's going to get back there. He waits and he turns as he's going to go behind Keneally. Great way to use his skates. Ryan King takes a big hit. Here comes Waterman. Waterman waits, fires, and deflected off by Carlton. Millens fires a shot, but out in front, through the crease, but no one able there. As Waterman put on a good shot. Waterman again fires a shot, blocked off by Carlton. Mitchell, and he turns it over. But kept in the offensive zone. They're going to say Edwards pushed it forward.
11:08 remaining in the period. Smithfield, as Remy Morris here just remarked, is playing pretty well. They allowed 1 goal, but other than that, Carlton's been able to make some big saves. The defense has played well as well.
Quick shot fired, blocked off by Keneally. Eric Edwards comes up with it. Loses it. One-on-one opportunity. And Keneally got on top of it as it was right under him. Let's see what the call is here.
No goal.
And they're going to call a no goal here. It was under Keneally. Keneally was twisting and turning, looking for the puck, unknowing it being right under him. A near miss for Matt Keneally there, as he's been perfect tonight.
The Hawks caught a little bit of a break there. It looked like a possible goal there for the Sentinels, but the refs indicated no, so it remains 1-0 here.
King in the corner, Como and Kramer working on it. Thrown out in front, but blocked off. Out in front is Riley Miller, takes a big hit. Thrown all the way down and unable to hold on to it. Como now with it. And he's going to go all the way down, and he's going to feed Hopgood. Hopgood feeds Kramer now. Kramer leaves it for Hopgood. One-timer by Hopgood. Out in front is Kramer. And an opportunity, and put it in the back of the net. I believe that's Andrew Hopgood. Juicy rebound, as you call it, then explain it there.
Well, the Hawks, as I've said before the game, we've seen it a couple times where the puck crosses in front of that, there'll be nobody there, but the Hawks aren't able to punch it in. That one there, it looked as if for a second that Carlton was able to stop it, but then you saw the puck there in back of them, and who was that who scored the goal again?
We're going to wait for the official announcement, but I believe it was Andrew Hopgood.
So then Hopgood was able to see that, the opportunity was there, and he struck. Big goal there for the Hawks as they're able to cash in, make it 2-0 here with just over 10 minutes left in the second.
It is confirmed it is Andrew Hopgood for his 11th goal of the season, and Pat Kramer notches an assist for his team-leading 22nd point. Hawks up 2-0 here is a great transition play, but thrown all the way down for an icing.
Smithfield there, a little disheartened. They thought they had a goal there, but turns out no, and then the Hawks come right back and score to make it 2-0 on a pretty big rebound. So Smithfield, that kind of hurts you if you're them.
King can't handle the face-off there. Coming up with it are the Sentinels. Rob Lombardi came up with it. Waiting and now out to the blue line is Edwards. Dumont rips a shot but blocked off in front before it can get to Carlton. Great opportunity out in front, unable to get there. Dumont keeps it in but goes out of bounds in the protected netting. You just said it before then, under 10 minutes here to play in the second period. Hawks up 2-0. King scored in the first, and Hopgood scored in the second, both sophomores. Hawks with a bright future if these two guys are still playing.
Well, and pretty much all the Hawks' big offensive players right now have been sophomores or juniors. When you look from Miller to Mitchell to Hopgood to Kramer to Millens, it's just one after the other. To King, I mean, they're all young guys with a ton of potential, and 1 or 2 years left for them to really make their mark.
The Hawks right now are clicking on all cylinders, you can say. Matt Keneally is playing his best hockey in recent days. Shutout against LaSalle, shutout against Cranston West, and he only allowed 1 goal against Smithfield before that game. So he's only allowed 1 goal in his past 3 games so far, and that came against these Sentinels.
That's all right.
Well, in the Hawks, just as a whole, they've won 9 straight games ever since that loss to LaSalle when they didn't have Dumont or Hopgood.
And a rip shot by Pat Kramer finds the back of the net. I believe that it looked like from our angle, it went off the stick of Carlton as he tried to make the stick save, and it tipped up top shelf. Pat Kramer notches his 11th goal of the season. Seems to be an arms race right now for scoring goals. But another goal for this first line. Kramer again, but blocked off by Carlton this time. 3-0 Hawks lead.
Pat Kramer's been en fuego as of late, and now he just continues it, continuing to build for the Hawks here.
That goal assisted by Riley Miller. Thrown in behind Keneally, he's going to push it aside. Poolin's going to rip it all the way down, and here comes Riley Miller. Riley Miller, he's got Hopgood to his right. He throws on a shot, and Carlton gets on it. Well, we said it before, the first line did it all against Cranston West, and they've done most of it tonight. Riley Miller with an assist, Pat Kramer with an assist and a goal, and Andrew Hopgood with a goal as well.
And this team has just really been clicking on all cylinders. I mean, just when you look at the offense has been scoring goals at some point seemingly at will. Matt Keneally and the defense have been lights out. They're really on fire right now. One thing you want to avoid is a team peaking too early, but I don't think that'll be a problem with this team. Just when you look at the overall skill, talent, and heart that they have.
Mitchell tried ripping the shot, but way to sacrifice the body from number 8, Michael Gooley, the senior. Leaves it for Mitchell. Mitchell leaves it behind, back to Lee. Lee got caught up as Audette waits in front of the net for a puck that won't come. Como now battling, gets by Como, thrown out. Dolan comes up with it. Dolan with a great spin move, and Audette takes a big hit. Audette comes up with it, the junior, he chips it forward. Chipped all the way, Dolan provides the hit, and it will be an offside call. And it looks like it's going to be Dolan for the cross-check going to the penalty box first. Remy Morris, you're shaking your head, what do you think?
Remy does not agree with that call.
Did you see it?
And the Hawks now, the Sentinels rather, once again have a big opportunity here. 2 minutes left, 7:07. 2 minutes on the power play, 7:07 left in the second period. They want to stem this Hawks advance. They're going to need to score here. Last thing you want to do here is allow a shorthanded goal that could cost the Hawks big time. That could cost the Sentinels big time. So if they want a big momentum swing, they need to score here.
They've got 7 minutes to do it too as Dolan rips it, but not out. Great opportunity here. One-time opportunity. Keneally gets it with the left pad. As Keneally had a wall of players in front of him. That one ripped off the boards all the way down. No icing. It took some time off the clock. Tip forward, Dumont loses his footing, but able to come back up with it. Very scary scenario there for the Hawks. Dumont fell. It been a one-on-one point blank with Matt Keneally, but Dumont was able to get it. King tips it forward, and King comes up with it. He's going to send it back down. And again, if you watch Hawks Sports Number 2, you can tune into the Hamilton Hawks basketball team taking on St. Ray's, and a star who has blossomed the past couple games. Preston Santos had 31 points, just a freshman, past a Dumont with a 2-on-1. Keneally stands tall with the blocker. Now in front, one-timer blocked off before it could get to Keneally. Now here come the Hawks on a short-handed opportunity. Waterman, he's going to hold it. What a move by Waterman.
What a save by Carlton.
There you go. An eye for an eye. What a save by Carlton, and what a move by Waterman. And quick transition hockey that's chipped away by Poolin.
Neither team given an inch here on this power play.
Power play ends in 1 second now, and it's over. Point blank shot goes chipped up, and the Hawks are back to full strength.
No, good chance there for the Sentinels, but they weren't able to capitalize. They almost had disaster on that great move by Waterman, but Carlton was able to bail him out with an equally great save. So now, if you're the Sentinels, you really need a goal here. 5:03 left in the period, and the Hawks are on the verge of taking this one. Taking a 3-0 lead into the locker room. And as we've seen, when this team gets a lead late, they're very, very hard to not only score against, but just to really do anything against.
Riley Miller with a lot of speed throws a shot on it, and Carlton gobbles it up.
Carlton again there with the big save. So now the Hawks have a face-off to his left.
Under 5 minutes to go, Hawks 3-0 lead over the Sentinels, holding strong right now. All three sophomores chipping in with goals tonight. Ryan King started off in the first period. Andrew Hopgood then good on the board, and followed by Pat Kramer. That one goes all the way down as Coleman can hold on to it. Dolan sends it in around the boards. Hopgood gets pinned against the wall. Big hit. Riley Miller, he throws an extra shot there on Andrew Souza.
Hawks right now imposing their physicality. Some big hits right there.
And looks like the Hawks are going to go to
the Sentinels, rather.
Let's see what the call is. Actually, it looked like he was skating to his bench. And very upset with himself is David Goulson, as he's going to have 2 minutes in the penalty box with the Hawks on the power play. Not something Coach Rob Jackson was looking for. Hawks having an opportunity to make it 4-0.
Well, and as you said, Cam, looks like there was a delayed penalty there, so Keneally was headed to the bench as the Hawks were going for the extra attacker. Now the Hawks on the power play here.
Como and Dolan defense. Como and Dumont defensive there. Shot thrown out in front, still loose. They tipped all the way out. Dumont's one-timer blocked off in front. King comes up with it though. Dumont's cutting his shot, couldn't get a good stick on it. Ryan King fires a shot but goes off. Mike Bordieri now joining us, so we got a whistle.
Once again, a little bit of chippiness going on there behind the net. The ref's getting in the middle of it though. Both lines are coming off now. The referee's obviously trying to quell any tensions here as the Hawks now remain on the power play. 1:19 left on the power play and 3:36 left in the period.
You had to wait there for 45 minutes. Please. I mean, I got in the shower. I was gonna be late.
Great cut over here by the Hawks. Edwards finds Dolan back over to Edwards. Edwards now waiting for it to Waterman.
No one's doing three.
Kramer comes up with it.
I know Ben's trying to do it in between, but
Edwards now fires a shot. Carlton gobbles it up. Under a minute to go.
Ben is trying to do it in between. But
Carlton,
I'll do it.
once again, keeping the Sentinels within striking distance here, making big save after big save. But if you're the Sentinels right now, you kind of need to stop relying on your goalie and really need to do some of the action yourself. I mean, the Hawks continue to dominate play in the offensive zone. They're not allowing many shots on goal. Matt Keneally has made the big saves when he's had to. But if you're the Sentinels, you got to do something on offense right now, because when this Hawks team gets into a rhythm, when they get in their groove, especially late in games, they're almost impossible to beat. So they're masters on closing out games. So if you're the Sentinels, now's the time. You cannot wait any longer.
But before they... Sorry, Ben, go ahead.
Well, first, I think you need to kill this penalty if you can get a shorthanded goal. But I think when this penalty's up, you need to get on the attack like you haven't before the season.
Now, before they can do that, Coach Kramer and the Hawks are going to call a timeout here. And I believe Coach Kramer is going to want to run a play, something that they'll do maybe down the road when it comes time for playoffs. And they have to get a goal in key situations. And this could be the time to use that play. Coach Kramer is drawing it up right now.
Hawks now, if they score, be a 4-0 lead now, going into the locker room, and that's an advantage they'd like to have.
Big face-off here. Hawks with a minute on the power play. 3-0 lead with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. Kramer, Hopgood, Miller on the ice. And we got a whistle before they even dropped the puck.
I know the password.
As again, it looked like Michael Nacera's headgear came off as he was battling for the face-off with Pat Kramer.
Thank you.
No problem.
Kramer can't win the face-off, but Dolan comes up with it. Over to Edwards now. Over to Dolan. Edwards, great opportunity now. Fires a shot, but goes through the crease. Edwards now. Another one shot. Out in front. Bodies flying everywhere. And they blow the whistle. And Pat Kramer's helmet comes off. And a couple extra words here as Dolan gives a push. And Kramer's still looking for his helmet.
And there's a difference between physical play and
Cheap shots, would you say?
well, I wouldn't necessarily say cheap shots.
I
but
wouldn't say that's a cheap shot either, but
over
right now they're
physicality.
playing, yeah, physical play.
You don't want to take stupid penalties, especially when you're down 3-0 and you're already trying to kill a penalty. You have to keep your emotions and your temper in check and just kind of shake, not to quote a song here, but shake it off and just keep playing. You can't allow yourself to be suckered in to possible traps.
So after the extra play, Riley Miller's going to come up with it. Great play to Miller. Miller tries to fire it out front. Great out. Second opportunity. Brandon Waterman finishes it.
Player down.
We're going to see what I believe they're going to count it as a goal. They're going to send Riley Miller to the box first, though.
So the Hawks now go up 4-0, but now they have to kill a penalty. Odd series right there.
You're right there. Andrew Souza's going to come out of his penalty. Brandon Waterman converted the power play, but Riley Miller's going to head to the box after a big hit provided on number 12 before the Sentinels, David Goulian, the defenseman.
And it was certainly a nice looking goal there from Waterman. Able to punch it in there, taking He's able to make some moves, get a rebound, and now it's 4-0 Hawks here with 2:40 left. Now the Hawks have to kill a penalty, and now it is officially do or die for the Sentinels, and now they get a rush here.
And a great move by Gogelson. And Matt Keneally gets hit, and he loses his helmet.
Keneally's shaken up.
Physical play really showing here.
Nice job, Jackson. Put him out there. These teams hate each other.
We always say before, just physical play here from both of these teams. Matt Keneally got shaken up.
Get out of here. Throw off. Throw off. Right now. Throw off. Go right now. Throw off. Throw off. Right now. Throw off. Throw off. Throw off. Let's go right now. Hey, grab it. Come on. You want to go? I'll go with you right now. You fucking guys do that shit in the cage. I'm fucking coming. Bro, let's go. Throw off. You started it all, you idiot. Throw off. You must have played hockey, huh? That's what you play, huh? Right now. Anytime. You are an asshole. Yeah, pussy.
We got a little stoppage of play here, as the referees are going to confer here. The look of it now is we've got another Hawk added to the box, and we've got a Sentinel added to the box as well. You're not sure for what, though.
The two Hawks, yeah, there are two Hawks in the box there. We're not entirely sure what happened.
But Pat Flanagan's going to go over and check on his senior teammate Matt Keneally, as Keneally took a big hit. But we're going to wait for this to be sorted out. The officials are going to discuss this here. Still waiting for it. And we're still at a stoppage of play here, as again with 2:35 remaining we have come to a standstill. 4-0 Hawk lead.
Obviously trying to sort some stuff out here as we get back to play. Hawks now with 2 penalties.
No, someone had the last. No. When did the goal happen? The goal? They're leaving.
Now We're not sure what has taken place here, but what we can tell you is we have 2 Hawks in the box, we have 1 Sentinel in the box, and we have most, if not all, of the Sentinel players heading back to the locker room. We believe there was a altercation off the ice here at Thayer after that big hit on Keneally.
We don't know what association
or what took place.
Yeah, we don't know. We apologize if any foul language was heard on the air that was able to slip through before we covered the mics. So we're just kind of hoping to get back to hockey here. We apologize for anything that anybody heard, and let's see if we can get back to the game here and put all this ugliness behind us.
We're not sure how this game will conclude.
If it will, yeah.
Because right now, all the... But now, we are waiting for the result of this delay here, as it's been about 5 minutes now and the 2 teams have not played a hockey at all.
2 teams, Smithfield now returning to the bench. Hopefully now this foolishness is over with.
Get back to hockey.
Yeah. From what I can tell right now, the 2 teams are behaving as they should. It's some unfortunate stuff happening off the ice that is delaying this.
So we're gonna have a official timeout and a timeout called by Smithfield. But for the viewers who can't see what happened, riveting stuff here at Thayer Arena. But so some crazy fans here at Thayer Arena. Matt Keneally took a big hit after a breakaway opportunity for the Sentinels. Now this game has an entirely different meaning.
Now the 2 coaches telling their teams, put this behind us, trying to fire them up, trying to get back to purely hockey here as we look to finish this period off.
Waiting for the call, and the Hawks are down a man right now. So it looks like right now it's 5-on-3 hockey. A little confused here as that one is blocked off out in front, as there are 2 Hawks in the penalty box and 1 Sentinel in the box. And Como rips it all the way down. So 3-on-5 opportunity here for the Sentinels as that one is thrown in and chipped all the way down by Kramer.
This would be huge for the Hawks to kill this, and it would be killer for the Sentinels to miss this opportunity.
Now if they can kill 1, that'd be great. If they can kill both, that'd be fantastic, as Como rips that one around and all the way down. But this penalty kill team, both defensemen, Como and Dolan, working really hard right now. Hawks don't want to be puck followers and give open opportunities. As Sarah's at the point, it gets blocked off and thrown all the way down. That one tipped up, and coming up with it is number 7, Brian Green. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. That one tipped forward. 1 minute remaining in the period is the call. The Hawks down 2 men right now. Great opportunity for the Sentinels to get one on the board as Michael Goulian goes over and a shot thrown out, but goes through the upper hand. As one man will come back through it. And 3 seconds remaining on the last power play. Thrown out in front, no one there. Both power plays are done and killed.
Now the Hawks,
They could have a breakaway
here.
Miller working with Kramer out in front, blocked off. Great job by Carlson to get the shoulder.
Crawford again making a huge save on an odd man rush.
Out in front, chipped out in front, no one there. Alex Lee trying to get the rebound, no good.
That comes off its lodging. 10 seconds left in the second period. Teams will head off to the locker rooms now.
You get 10 seconds until then, and we're going to have a Sentinel, another Sentinel go to the box. That Sentinel being number 8, Michael Goulian, the senior.
So Hawks will go into we'll start the third period with 1:50 on the power play.
Cashed in on the last power play opportunity. Brandon Waterman looking to do that again, but only 10 seconds before the end of the period. Whistle here with 3 seconds remaining as that puck got pinned along the boards.
After this? No, just to say analysis or something.
But 3 seconds before each team will go to the locker room and digest these interesting 2 periods of hockey, and that will be the end of it. And more physical play here after the buzzer has sounded. But
So an unusual second period, to say the least.
yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah.
But 4-0 here, Hawks lead. We'll have a 1:50 power play when we resume. But overall, the Hawks have played their game, and it seems just to be that. Now, Bobby Bordieri has joined us here. Bobby, from what you've seen so far, obviously avoiding that very weird, we'll call it, second period. What have you liked from the Hawks so far?
Well, the most impressive thing I've seen from the Hawks is just alone they were on the power play and they were down, what was it, I believe 5 on 3. And they, with Smithfield, they were breaking up plays, they were controlling the ball at times, the puck at times, excuse me. And they looked really good on the power play, and they weren't letting Smithfield take advantage of being on the power play. They really played strong. They were fighting hard to get after the puck, and they were just looking well going after that puck.
Yeah, I mean the Hawks, they've looked good on both phases of the power play and the penalty kill. They killed that huge 5-on-3 opportunity there that Smithfield had, and they were able to cash in on that power play to make it 4-0. Not to mention the fact that they have 1:50 on this power play where they could make it 5-0. So this game, the Hawks could really take control of it here and put this one away and continue their momentum. They've won 9 straight heading into this game, looking for their 10th. So you never count anybody out, but the Hawks right now are rolling. They've dominated the third period like the Patriots have dominated the fourth quarter, and they're looking to finish it off here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anything will get in their way, but I mean, after the interesting second period that we saw, the Smithfield coaches will definitely be in the locker room trying to get their players going crazy. So I wouldn't be shocked if they came out with a little bit of fire underneath them. But being down 4-0 with 1 period left is a very tough thing to come back from.
So now we're going to go to Remy Morris. We're now going to go to Remy Morris in a couple of minutes to get his take on the game. But as Bobby said, I fully expect Smithfield to get fired up. I mean, they came out fired up after that little intermission that there was. Now down 4-0 against a team that they'll most likely face in the playoffs. Look for them to come out with some fire. And even if they can't go ahead and win it, they want to show the Hawks that they're no slouch. They want to let the Hawks know that they're ready. And other big news in the Hawks sports world, the Hawks basketball team facing the Saints of St. Raphael Academy. But now the big basketball news is happening this Sunday at Brown. The Hendricken Hawks will be taking on the undefeated Barrington Eagles in basketball. It is sure to be a huge matchup. So the Hawks number 2 in the state, the Eagles number 1, Hawks with 1 loss, Eagles with no losses. It's going to be an epic matchup. The network, of course, will be broadcasting the game. You can be sure that Mangate's going to be there. I don't know what Barrington calls their Legion of fans, but you can be sure that they're going to be there. It's going to be loud, it's going to be packed, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be... We talked about how LaSalle was going to be the game of the year. Well, this is clearly the game of the year. I know my colleague Cam Brennan thinks that it's going to be the preview of not just the Division I championship final, but the state championship final. 2 great teams, and we're certainly looking forward to it.
I also want to say tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. we'll be doing live coverage of the Class A championship as Hendricken will go after their... I'm not sure how many consecutive, but I know they won last year. I don't know previous years what the results were, but I do know they're defending their championship. So 9 a.m. we'll be covering the Class A championship. Myself and Desmond Hall, 2 of the track athletes, will be helping give them coverage. I'm going to be there a little bit later, but Mr. Feeney will be there from the start, and they're going to give you live coverage of that. So it'll be very exciting to watch. And now I'm going to hand it over to Remy Morris.
Heading into February to mid-February, it's always highly exciting as we start to head into championship season. As Bobby said, for track, hockey and basketball playoffs are just around the corner. Wrestling, 2-time defending state champions, haven't lost a state meet since I think 2011. They're looking for their 3rd straight title. Their playoffs are coming up, so certainly a lot of exciting stuff happening here at the network.
Hey Ben.
Hey Rem.
What's going on?
Not much.
Been quite a game here so far, huh?
Yeah.
With this little scrum here, hopefully nothing got hurt on air. Certainly didn't want to hear any of that. From what happened, I think it happened on that breakaway. Ben, if you are guys already talked about this, just stop me. But it was kind of like a semi breakaway, I thought, and so. I don't know if the Smithfield player got pushed by Hendricken player or he just distinctly went into Keneally, but I zoomed in on the camera and Keneally looked kind of dinged up after that happened, and it looked like the Smithfield player who hit him was trying to give him his helmet back and be a good guy about it. And you know, everything happened so fast and some words were exchanged down here, and I think we had to be about a 10-minute break, and then we were back to hockey to finish up the remaining 2 minutes that probably everyone forgot about. And in that 2 minutes was the power plays obviously expired. The Hawks were on the power play for 1 minute and 50 seconds starting the 3rd period. Ben, your reaction to all of this?
Well, I think, as you mentioned, certainly a good thing to see was the Cranston player kind of helping Matt Keneally up, doing what he should, kind of, you know, being like a man about it.
Yeah,
helping him up, giving him his helmet, and saying, you know, no hard feelings. And I'd imagine...
At least it looked that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And right now in the locker rooms, when I worked for the football team, sort of the thing was whenever there was a big matchup, it was always, Coach Croft would always say, mouth shut, don't say or do anything stupid that'll cost the team something or that'll cost you something. You represent the school, so don't make a fool of yourself. Now, I'd imagine
Great
that's
point.
what
Great
both
point.
coaches are saying to their teams. Don't do anything stupid. You guys are like, play with some class. That doesn't mean like go soft. That doesn't mean hit any less hard. But it just means, you know, don't do anything stupid. Play tough. Play ready, and just act with class.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Don't do anything stupid that you'll regret later. So right now, you're Smithfield's coach. Tell me what you're saying in the locker room.
He's certainly a little upset that they have a minute 50 on the penalty kill, down 4-0 heading into the third period. The third period for Smithfield has been killer for them. It's what slowed them down the previous 3 times that they faced the Hawks. Smithfield right now, they have, they're 2-9. Their nearest competition's Cranston West, who is 0-10. So Smithfield is certainly looking to get into the playoff. Right now they're in the playoffs, and they're looking to kind of make a statement against the Hawks, because in all likelihood, if the Hawks can win out, that'll be the team that they'll face in the first round. Smithfield, of course, being the 4 seed, Hendricken is the 1 seed. The winner going on to the state finals in mid-March. So if you're Smithfield, you're thinking, let's play with a little bit of fire. Let's kind of ratchet it up a little bit so that we can make a statement before, because the next time that we face this team is probably going to be in the playoffs in March. They'll be right back here at Thayer in game 1. So let's see what happens.
And if you're Coach Kramer, what are you telling your guys for the last 15?
Aside from the mouth shut talk, I think it's probably, we've done a great job of finishing out games. We saw it first against Mount St. Charles, where they dominated the first 2 periods. And while not necessarily dominating the third period per se, they kept the Mounties in check and kept them from tying it up or making it too close. So right now, if you're Coach Kramer, you're saying just kind of don't tense up, do what we always do, and finish the game strong. Finish it with, like, obviously integrity, and just keep playing strong, keep playing tough. If you can add a goal on, that's fine. Well, more than fine, but just kind of play to your potential and you'll do great.
Ben, thanks for the analysis. We're going to bring in Cam Brennan for an update on the Hendricken St. Ray's basketball game. Cam?
We have a fumble on the play.
Most of you were to go to that St. Ray's basketball game. St. Ray's 2-6 so far this season, struggling this year. Obviously a rebound year, as you call it.
But right now,
They've got a 9-point lead on the Hawks. The Hawks offensively not clicking, 25-14. Excuse me, 25-16. St. Ray's are up. The Hawks, and this is something that probably didn't happen, but entered the back of the Hawks' mind. Maybe they were so focused on Sunday, maybe they just overlooked this game. It was a good thing to see Matt Camille lead the team out of the tunnel. He seemed to be okay as he took that hard hit at the end of the period.
Proverbial trap game, as you mentioned, Cam. St. Ray's, you can't really overlook them, as despite their record, they will play you tough. The Hawks right now, as you said, struggling offensively. But as we've seen, they've kind of started slow and then can really pick up in the third period. They get their fast break offense going. They start hitting threes, particularly Dimitri Rosa, who's just been killer from behind the arc. And so the Hawks, they were up 9. Not as much as you'd expect them to be, but keep an eye out for them to increase their lead and finish this game off, as we hope hockey does here tonight. 2 teams now heading to the benches, looking to finish it off here. 4-0 Hawks heading into the third period. Hawks are 15 minutes away from their 10th straight victory. They haven't allowed a goal in 2 games and I believe 3 periods. Looking to increase that.
you're right there, Ben. But we're ready to get back to hockey as we have 15 more minutes between another battle between the Smithfield Sentinels and Hendricken Hawks. Carlton still in net for the Sentinels. Keneally still in net for the Hawks. The Hawks will be on the power play for this first minute. For this first minute and 50 seconds. And face-off won by the Sentinels, and here they come as Sarah tried making a move, couldn't go there. Pat Kramer feeds Edwards, who can't do anything with it but send it down the boards. Kramer tries making a quick move, can't do it though. Dolan gets it back in. Kramer loses it, and that's going to be sent all the way down. Here come the Hawks now, ripped all the way over the board. Here comes Pat Kramer. Kramer stops out in front, shot saved by Carlton.
Carlton again with the big save. He's faced a lot of odd man rushes, so he had to make another big save there, and he did.
Great pass there by Pat Kramer, waiting for Brandon Waterman, who put a point-blank shot on him. That one sent all the way over and out of the offensive zone.
Can you do the camera?
Yes.
Can you do the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Face in here from the neutral zone. Souza wins the face-off there, but can't find it, and that's going to be chipped all the way down. So we got a minute left in this power play for the Hawks. Send all the way around. Waterman comes up with it. He chips it all the way front. Miller can't hold on to it. That's sent all the way back in the Hawks zone. Keneally's going to leave it behind his goal. Here come the Hawks now. Dolan sends it all the way forward. Opportunity here for Pat Kramer. One-on-one with Carlton, and he finishes.
Pat Kramer on fire as of late. I mean, he has just been here at the network, we like to call ourselves a force of nature. Right now, he has been a force of nature for this hockey team.
And a great find by Bryce Dolan, too. He was on the opposite end of the ice. But Pat Kramer goes top shelf on Evan Carlton. Nothing Carlton can do there.
I mean, simply a beautiful goal from Kramer. Now the Hawks lead is even bigger now, 5-0, with 13:50 left in the game. Kramer, that is his 6th goal in the past 2 games. Say that he's been hot is like calling Pete Carroll an idiot. You don't even need to say it.
But that goal came quick and on the power play. More physical play as Lee got tangled up now with the stick. And Matt Ricard comes up with it, and that one's chipped in to the Hawks offensive zone as Brandon Mitchell now feeds Alex Leet. Alex Leet now throws on the shot. Carlton gets on it. And a little extra pushing and shoving here from the Hawks and Sentinels. This game has already gotten out of hand once with a physical altercation. We do not need another.
We certainly don't here, as we don't need any more distractions from this game. Both teams have been playing with passion and excitement. We don't need any more foolish behavior to disrupt that.
And the Hawks have really showcased their talents here as well. But the Sentinels still and will continue to fight. Edwards chips it along the boards, and Sam Millens comes up with it. He loses it after the stick check by number 17 for the Sentinels, Luca Rogusta. Ryan King, he's got a goal tonight. He skates through, tries to make a move. He puts on the brakes and gets pinned to the board. Sentinels now out in front, chipped all the way over the board. Eric Edwards gets a tough pin and gets pinned to the boards as well. Here come the Hawks now. Steve Dumont has it behind Matt Keneally. He puts on the brakes and goes to Sam Millens, who can't hold on to it. That's going to go all the way down for an icing.
up along the boards now, and Jason Coleman's going to have to go back and get it. He sends it all the way up off the boards, and we got a whistle here.
.12:01 left here in the second period.
Immediately following this game at Thayer, you can stay behind. If you're here at the rink or would like to come, you can watch the Pilgrim Patriots take on the East Providence Townies hockey team. Great passing here by the Hawks, as Millens provided the great pass there. Now Hopgood has it. Kramer pinned along the boards to see that's Miller. Miller comes up with it though. Out in front, Como gets it over to Dolan. Dolan couldn't settle it, and he sends it all the way back into Miller. Kramer waiting in the slot, but no one there to feed it to him. Hopgood keeps it alive as Miller provides a big hit, and we got a penalty here on Riley Miller, going a little too aggressive there.
Looks like it's interference on Riley Miller. He skates off to the box there.
Second time in the box tonight.
Hawks will now change it up a little bit. Send some new personnel on the ice, some fresh legs, looking to kill off this penalty. The Hawks' penalty kill has been pretty great tonight. I mean, they killed off the big 5-on-3 penalty late in the second, and they've also killed off 2 others. Now they're looking to kill off another one here.
One-timer blocked off in front before it got to Keneally. Chipped out in front, not out of the offensive zone, but now out of the offensive zone. Alex Lee is going to skate down all the way to it, and he provides a big hit on number 8, Michael Goulian.
Lee certainly has some speed there. He certainly got to the puck in a hurry and applied pressure to the Sentinels.
Mitchell chips it all the way forward after Matt Keneally helped him get to it. Steve Dumont with the great stick work pokes it away, knocked out in front. Eric Edwards gets pinned against the boards now. Edwards gets tangled up, open opportunity, and now we got a whistle. It looks like we're going to have a Sentinel going to the box.
A little 4-on-4 action here. The Hawks will have about a 51-minute power play as a Sentinel goes to the box. Certainly, once again, another momentum killer that the Sentinels have been dealing with. They had a nice opportunity there to get a goal, but now the man going to the box, not only will it be even man, but then they'll have to kill a penalty for 51 seconds.
That's James Vernon who's going to the box. As Dolan sends it forward now. Millens and Kramer. Hawks as Dolan trails there as well. Kramer comes up with it. He's going to go along the boards. Millens now with it. He comes up, he waits, he fires a shot, goes wide. Dolan comes up with it. Sends out to Kramer. Kramer couldn't handle it though. Out in the open ice for Michael Becerra. Again, even hockey for another 40 seconds as the Riley Miller penalty will end and Matt Keneally takes it in the glove there. Under 10 minutes to play here at Thayer Arena. Hawks up 5-0 on the Smithfield Sentinels. Ryan King's got 1 goal tonight. Andrew Hopgood added another. Pat Kramer's got 1. He had 1, added another, and then Brandon Waterman added the other goal, leaving the score at 5-0.
Hawks have certainly looked effective here. Starting strong and continuing strong here, looking to finish it out.
Here come the Hawks now as they've got 15 seconds remaining on 4-on-4 hockey. Dumont coming all the way up into the neutral zone. Great feed to King. King's shot gets rejected before it can find the back of the net. Dumont out in front, no one there.
Nice
Eric
defensive
Edwards
play.
comes up with it. But now we've got back to even hockey. Edwards can't keep it in the offensive zone. And they'll have
Now
to
the Hawks
reset.
with the power play with 45 seconds, looking to make the most of it.
Dumont chips it in, and Andrew Hopgood's going to go after it now. Out in front to Stephen Dumont, and Andrew Hopgood with a nifty move to get by Carlton.
You know, we've been talking about how good Pat Kramer's been doing, but it seems like Andrew Hopgood is scoring 1, if not 2 goals a game. I mean, he is just, ever since he came, he hasn't lost a game playing hockey here this year. The one loss that they experienced was before he came onto the team. He has just been lighting it up every which way. He has brought a new element to this team, a combination of aggressiveness, skill, and speed, and he has certainly paid dividends throughout the whole season.
Great opportunity there is chipped up and out of the way, and making his first save is the new goalie for the Sentinels, Roger Laflame. But that final goal and the 6th goal was the final straw. But again, the sophomore is just pumping it in now.
It seems like it's been all lowerclassmen who have been doing the scoring for the Hawks here. They've had the great leadership of the captains with Dumont, Poulin, Flanagan, Como, and it's just been them meshing with this younger group of players has just really been terrific for the Hawks so far this year.
We're flying out arms for the Hawks. They can't get it out, and we got a whistle here.
Now it looks like another Sentinel player is going to the box.
Again, just more physical play here from the Sentinels. Going to the box now will be Andrew Souza. And the Hawks will have a 2-minute power play. 8:23 to go.
The Hawks' power play has been money this whole game. I mean, as you saw there with the Hopgood goal, they just continue to make the most of their opportunities. They struggled with it earlier in the game. Now they're getting it done.
Como's one-timer is blocked off, but we got a whistle. It looked like Sam Millens was cutting to the front of the net, but he got blocked off. And blocked off the flame, so they're going to call it back. And they're going to have a neutral zone face-off. Millens comes up with it and chips it forward. Mitchell can't handle it. Coming up with it is Mitchell, and as the Hawks rotate. Mitchell spins. Dumont can't finish it as he went high. Leaving it behind the boards now to Millens, who gets pinned along the boards but escapes with the puck. King now with a nifty move, fires and scores.
It's King's 2nd goal of the game. The lowerclassmen again just taking over this past string of games here.
Ryan King, great way to wait. Just waited and waited and then ripped a shot right by Laflame.
Well, you said it there, Cam. Patience is a virtue, and it paid off there for Ryan King. Big time.
Sentinels right now, struggling. We got 3 guys got multiple goals tonight. Andrew Hopgood, Pat Kramer, and Ryan King, as you just saw there. But again, 3rd power play goal of the night. They're just converting on the power play. If the opportunities are given to them, the Hawks will take good advantage of that. Matt Ricard comes up with it and chips it forward. Here comes Matt Ricard. Now he's skating with a lot of speed. Tried leaving it for Mike Vendetti. Excuse me, not Vendetti, Mike Shaw.
Went for the behind the back pass there. A little nifty move, but it wasn't able to work.
Nifty indeed. Whistle here as it seemed the Hawk was by the Sentinel. This game has proven to be a physical game, Ben, and we're not mistaken by that.
Well, and once again, this is probably going to be the first round playoff matchup, the Hawks and the Sentinels, unless LaSalle can take over first place, in which case it'd be LaSalle and the Sentinels. And the Hawks cash in again.
And guess who it is? None other than Pat Kramer.
There's that man again.
If I had my hat, I'd throw it out to him. He's got a hat trick tonight. Second consecutive hat trick, man. What are you gonna say about it?
I think it's time to start breaking out the record books. I mean, this is insane. 7 goals in 2 games. I think I did that once when there was a snow day and I was playing NHL 14 for 12 straight hours.
His first line was just on the Hawks. Dumont rips a shot and the flame is on the senior, showing us he still has his ways to go. And Pat Kramer now coming limping off the ice.
That is a scary sight.
Of course, still is. Oh, there it is.
Hawks will get back to work though, as it looks like Samuel just pinned around inside the board. Mitchell tries going inside and blocked off by the flame, and he'll take it himself. Joe the trainer is here tonight. He was up in the box with us, but now called to duty to take Pat Kramer. Eric Edwards chips it in. Thrown out in front. Open opportunity. Alex Lee couldn't finish it.
Nice play there by LaFlame. LaFlame again with the big save. The clock continues to run, so we're gonna need to, see what's going on. But LaFlame with another big save there, keeping this game's obviously out of reach, but Sentinels playing with some fire, refusing to quit.
Lee with an opportunity and he couldn't finish.
This is the open net.
He made a great move around LaFlame, but he couldn't finish as LaFlame blocked it off with his stick.
Interference.
It looks like we're going to have an interference call here. As finally Golson has come out of the box for the 10-minute misconduct that was on the Keneally play. He's on the ice, and the referees are now going to discuss the last call. And it looks like they're going to give Alex Leet that opportunity. They're going to say that Roger LaFlame did throw his stick, and Leet will have an opportunity on a penalty shootout. Leet with a great move and scores. Number 9 gets the 9th goal of the night.
Pretty goal there.
Leet was able to sneak it through. We weren't quite sure what happened there, but Alex Leet cashed in. Oh. So now the Hawks lead it 9-0 with 4:46 here left in the game.
This is a weird game, to say the least, Ben.
This has been an unusual night of hockey here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a season high in terms of goals for the Hawks with 9. They're looking to increase their lead here with speed.
Bodies flying everywhere as LaFlame laid it all out on the line and chipped it away. Mike Shaw puts on the brakes and tries to chip it forward. Chipping it away was number 23, Matt Ricard. Left out behind the boards now for number 12, David Goulian. Pat Flanagan lets it go right by him, and it's going to go all the way down. No icing call as it tipped a Hawk, or a Sentinel, I should say. And we got an offside call now.
Well, certainly one thing that we've seen here, Smithfield refusing to quit. Well, even though the game is clearly out of reach, they're refusing to show that they've given in. They're playing with heart, they're playing with passion, and it's good to see that they don't quit, as we see so many pro athletes do. it's good to see that at this level there's still heart and dedication no matter what the score is.
Millens can't find the puck, but he does find it now. And coming up with it is Waterman, who's gotten on the board tonight. Ryan King, who's got 2 tonight, who takes a big hit, and we got 3 minutes to play here as Waterman gets pinned against the boards. Still physical play here from both teams after this game is in the bag for the Hawks. Dumont keeps it in. He one-times it, but goes wide.
Dumont with a bomb right there.
Dumont's shot gets blocked off.
Blocked by his own man, it looks like.
Millens comes off the ice now. Edwards isn't able to keep it in the offensive zone, and we come for a change. That one's going to go all the way down for an icing. So we got 2:20 and counting. I believe Pat Kramer's night is done. He's done all he needs to do. He's got 3 goals, and he came off with that leg injury. Coach Kramer's not going to test that leg for the remainder of the night.
It looks like Pat Kramer's doing good. He's talking. Trainers have stopped tending to him, so it looks like Pat Kramer's going to be all right. That's always good to see. And obviously, Coach Kramer is not going to send him back out there. His best player in a 9-0 game.
Now, of course, but I mean, we said it before. Pat Kramer, 7 goals in 2 games over 2 weekend span. The Hawks right now just dominating against
Everybody.
rivals right now. You could say aren't on the Hawks level.
Well, the Hawks have have won their last 4 games by, let's see here, a combined score of 25-1. And their last 3 by a combined score of 21-0. They are playing with fire. Pat Kramer has obviously had the hot hand, but it seems everybody is doing their role. You're always hearing the term "do your job," but you have Ryan King here contributing, Hopgood seemingly chipping in a goal or 2 a game, Miller doing his stuff, Waterman, the seniors with their leadership and skill. It's just been an all-around great past couple of games for the Hawks.
That one tipped away and knocked away as we got about 30 seconds remaining here in this game. Audette sends it forward now to Brandon Mitchell. Mitchell waits, Mitchell fires, and LaFlame is on it.
Clock continuing to run here. Not quite sure the reason for that, but
I believe the rule is if you're up by more than 8 goals, they continue to run the clock. That same rule is used in lacrosse. And that's where I first learned that rule, actually.
I did not know that. So thank you, Cam Brennan, for that piece of Rhode Island high school hockey knowledge.
All right, well, that should be the end of this game. That should be the end of the game. That is the end of the game here. 9-0 Hawks win, and all the Hawks going over to Matt Keneally as he has his 3rd consecutive shutout.
Well, this certainly is warranting a good night Jim Kite right here. A 9-0 victory, certainly impressive. The Hawks seems they're getting better every game, and that certainly seems like it's hard to do with the way that they've been playing. So now the Hawks, they're heading into, to quote Jack Edwards, it's winning time. There's only a couple more games left in the season. Well, there's a few more games left in the season, but then it's playoff time. It's crunch time. The Hawks have to be ready to go. And it seems like that it's like that for all Hawks sports right now. We got hockey, basketball, wrestling, indoor track, all gearing up for playoff runs and swimming as well. They're all gearing up for possible playoff runs and possible state championships. So I know here at the network we're ready. We know Mangate and the school community is ready. We know you're ready. So let's go Hawks. Football season is over, but let's go Bruins. And with that, I turn it over to Cam Brennan and say goodnight.
All right, thank you, Ben. For all the Hawks Sports members here, Ben Maxau, obviously with me, Bob Corderi's been working on Twitter, and Remy Morris doing a great job behind the camera. Good night, everybody.